Good day everyone, I am Roxane Jewel Arojo, and in this video we are going to talk about the intellectual revolution. So what is intellectual revolution? The term intellectual revolution is used to refer to Greek speculation about the nature in the period before Socrates. So intellectual revolution is also termed as pre-Socratic. It is the period where the paradigm shifts occurred. It is where the scientific beliefs that have been widely embraced and accepted the people were challenged and opposed. So the development during the intellectual revolution showed how society transformed by science and technology. So first, we have Copernican Revolution. This is by Nicholas Copernicus. So Copernicus, he is an all-round Renaissance man, an astronomer, a mathematician, and a doctor. So in the early times, people questioned what created day and night. So they wanted to understand what the heavenly bodies look like, the stars, moons, and other planets. And the invention by the telescope of Galileo Galilei allowed the people to take a peek at the outer space. So many of the philosophers agreed and believed that the planets move around the circular motion, and these are the reason why we have days and nights. And the famous philosopher and astronomer named Claudius Ptolemy stated that planets, as well as the sun and moon, move in a circular motion around the earth. So we believe that the center of the universe is the earth, where all of the planets revolve around the earth. And this theory is known as the Geocentric Theory. So geo means the earth, and the centric means at the center. Until Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish mathematician and astronomer, challenged the Ptolemaic model. So according to Copernicus, he introduced a new theory known as the Heliocentric Theory. So in his theory, helio means sun, and centric means at the center. So in his theory, he stated that the center of the universe is the sun and not the earth. His theory suggests that the center of the solar system is not the earth, but it's the sun. But this idea was rejected by the public, and it is against the religious belief until Copernicus was persecuted because it opposes to what was widely accepted by religion. So after some time, astronomers realized that Copernican model was right. So next, we have Darwinian Revolution. So this revolution is by Charles Darwin. So Charles Darwin, he is an English naturalist, a biologist, and a geologist. And Charles Darwin, he is also well known for his book entitled On the Origin of Species. So he stated that the organisms have the ability to adapt to their environment, and we gradually change into something that would be more competitive to survive. So this process is called as the evolution. So he assumed that a population passes through a process of natural selection in which only the fittest would survive. However, this theory is controversial as people perceive it to be contradictory to the church teaching. So most of the time, people believed and accept a biblical version. So because of this conflict, people were divided. Some people or some believe that a theory explained by the origin of life, but the religious and the faithful strongly refuted it. So it even created or it even sparked a massive debate of science and religion. It was only after some time that people came to understand that Darwinian theory or Darwin's theory of evolution does not impact the teaching of the church, but both coexist. So next, we have Freudian Revolution. So this revolution is by Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud is an Austrian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis, a clinical method for treating psychopathology through dialogue between a patient and a psychoanalyst. So, Sigmund Freud was able to change people's perception of psychology with his revolutionary theory of psychoanalysis. So, what is psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is the study that explains human behavior. So, in his theory, he explained that there are many conscious and unconscious factors that can influence behavior and emotions. He also argued that personality is a product of three conflicting elements, which are the id or instinct, the ego or the reality, and the superego or the morality. So, despite of criticism, Freud still continued to work on refining his theory, and in fact, he tried to explain how psychoanalysis can be a clinical method in treating some mental disorders. So soon enough, people were able to understand the concept of psychoanalysis, which eventually resulted in classifying psychology as a science. So these three revolutionizing theories are just some of the many scientific ideas that transformed and molded societies and beliefs. Through scientific research and experimentations, people will continue to deepen their understanding of the world and the universe. So that would be all for this video. Thank you and God bless.